How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to the HC Kids Camp 2020 Backyard Olympics. My name is Steven.
My name is Noah.
We're bringing you day 3 of our today's event. So we got a lot of cool stuff planned for you today.
Let's make sure that you guys comment along with us in this video. Let us know what you like and don't like, or if you've been trying some of these events, how that's been going. Yeah, I'm super excited to see what you guys have to say. I don't know about you, but I wasn't physically prepared for these events that we've been doing.
No?
No, I've broken my appendix. I've twisted my kneecap. I'm all over the place.
That's how do you fix those things? It's really confusing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes things just don't seem quite right, and like with what's going on, and I don't know.
It doesn't. But you know what else doesn't seem right? Someone's doing something on the field today for our first activity. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, yeah. Home run.
Yay!
You actually threw him well.
Oh,
yep.
oh.
Back row. Well, hey, that didn't make a whole lot of sense, did it? But it sure was a whole lot of fun. Can you imagine playing a sport like that or trying to do a sport with the wrong equipment? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Now, even more, can you imagine being like an Olympic athlete, training your entire life for something? Like maybe you're a swimmer, you're training your entire life. Every single day you're in the pool, you're getting ready, and then when the time comes for the big Olympic event, they start to yell go. They're gonna say on your mark, get set, go. And when they're about to yell go, you find yourself not even near a pool and you're on a tennis court about to play tennis. That wouldn't make sense, would it? Because you trained your entire life for swimming. Now maybe you do swimming and you're a tennis player too, and props to you. But you know what I mean. If you train for something for so long and then you got to the moment where you were about to run the wrong race, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, and it would probably be pretty frustrating for you. That's why today we're gonna be talking about running the right race. Making sure that, as we talked the last few days, on your mark, get set, we talked about being in the right position and how you are in the right position because God loves you. That's the position that you are in. And God can use us wherever we are. And that is so awesome to know. The next thing we talked about is getting set. The idea of practice is that the backyard Olympics are awesome and practicing for all these things are awesome. But more importantly, what goes on in our heart is far more important than what goes on in our backyard. And so that was really cool to learn about how we can practice to learn more and more about God and the hope that He has for us. And now today we're going to be taking that hope when we yell go, and we're going to be figuring out how we can have purpose. We can have purpose every single day. And purpose really means that we have hope. That every single moment we are awake, that every day we wake up, every step that we take, that we are excited about what God has in store for us. We have purpose. We know we're running the right race. We know we're exactly where God would have us, and He's using us in amazing ways. And so that's what purpose is all about. So we're going to talk about that and talk about the most important race that we can run. And so we're excited to get into that in just a little while. But first, again, we got some dancing, we got some singing, we got our amazing motion team put together these motions for some of these songs. So we're excited to participate in that wherever you are, whether you want to sit back and just listen, whether you want to get up and dance, whether you want to dance in your living room or dance in your bathroom. We really don't want you to do that. But wherever you are, you can follow along with us. But first, before we get into that, I think it's time to check out and check in with one of our friends.
All right, so this time I'm in the woods. I'm trying to find our friend Michigan Jones. The Olympic Games are almost over. Backyard Olympics is almost done, and we still can't find him. Let's take a look and see if he is anywhere out here to be found. Maybe he's lost or something.
Well, boys and girls, let me introduce you to my new friend. He is here, and we just met. And he is my friend. And we became friends because I know how to speak snake. Isn't that right? He says yes. As I am here climbing a tree so that I can get above the forest and see if I can see Ethan in the camp. I don't want to be late for my gold medals. Ethan! Oh.
I was running wild, fell in love with the chase. I've been up and down and all over the place, wasting all my days and nights, never feeling satisfied. Putting all
Wow, that was so awesome. I was so excited to be doing that dance and song with you guys. But now, we are going to be moving into our first competition of the day. I've been waiting for this one all week. What is it, Steven?
Tallest tower!
All right, can you tell us more about what that is, Steven?
We are having some athletes down there. They're going to use the backyard objects to build the tallest tower they possibly can. Let's take a look at that action.
Welcome to the tallest tower. We're gonna see if Sarah Westenberg
That's her.
can build a tower.
Stevenson.
It looks like she is making a tower out of buckets. Jake, what do you think of that?
So I'm noticing that, but also she has the nice stable base of something with wheels.
Yes.
So in case it falls, it won't fall too hard because it has the wheels.
You see, you want it to fall, but
Yes.
you don't want it to fall.
You want something with
too hard.
rubber wheels. Also, the use of buckets.
Yeah. Now, Jake, tell me, what is a bucket?
It's like a straw, but with one end closed.
So
That's
only
how I like to
one
describe it.
hole.
Yes.
As opposed to two.
Well, so I don't want to get too deep into that actually, but check out these cones. And what is a cone if not a bucket?
What is a cone?
What is a cone if not a bucket? It's like a pyramid, but round.
It's often. I also want to comment that Sarah Westenberg Stevenson McGee is doing very well,
Yeah.
stacking all of these cones. That's very. In fact, that's about her height.
It's,
wouldn't you
yeah,
say,
it's
Jake?
almost there. I was just about to comment that actually. Look at that. Oh.
See, and it didn't fall too hard.
Yep, because
that's
of the
what
wheels.
it's all about here
Yep.
at Tower of Tallness.
Tower of Tallness.
Now here we've got Kyle the
Kyle the man.
Kyle the man.
Kyle the man, the myth,
And
the legend.
he looks like he's using something already a pretty tall structure.
Yeah.
And I think using a base that is already taller than anyone else's tower seems to be a very good strategy.
He came in actually earlier in the night and built this structure. So it's all fair game.
All fair
it's
game.
All fair.
With his own two hands.
With his
even.
own two hands and a couple of nails and a couple of hammers.
And that's why they call him Kyle the Handyman Carpenter.
Kyle the Handyman
Taylor.
Yep.
And over here he's got a couple of trucks. You know, he's just having a little bit of fun.
Yes.
In the midst of these things, he's very confident. At, you know how he's going to do.
His use of a steamroller is actually really, really thought out because the steamroller could. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a cement mixer. It could melt the cement onto the structure, thereby making it stronger.
Truly, it could. He could build a house up on this
a house on a hill.
A house on a hill, if you will.
If you will. I've been told recently that they are Tonka trucks. I don't know if that makes a difference in gameplay.
Oh, there and there he has it.
There you go.
There he has it. Very tall structure. Here,
Speaking of a tall structure, this is the main man himself.
yes, I don't know about you, Jake, but in my experience, tall people can build tall structures.
Yes, we saw that with Sarah Taylor
Stevenson
McGee. Not technically, just not as tall of a player.
Yes. You see here, he's collected some wood, much like the popular online game Minecraft.
Yes,
you
similar
can
to
collect
Minecraft.
wood, but this wood is a circle. Can you tell us what those are, Jake?
Yeah, so Minecraft is a thing where if you punch wood, you get a wood. And so I think that explains what a circle is for itself, really. It's almost like a straw, I believe.
So
As most things are.
but just whole
like super full.
of a straw.
Yeah, it's like a straw with all smoothie in it,
I like that.
but made out of wood.
all smoothing.
All smoothie.
Now you see here, Noah.
Yep. Noah the main man.
Noah, the main man.
Yep.
He's using a tire. He's using a Minecraft wood
Yep.
block.
That's what I see.
Turns out wood is not just for Minecraft.
It's funny that you said turns out because he had to turn the table just right in order to
did.
get it out.
How the tables have turned. Right
has
here
turned.
we have Clint. He's going up the hill here.
Yep.
Very difficult. That wood is very heavy.
It's very heavy. I would not carry that.
No.
It's funny that you mentioned his name is Clint because he actually day jobs as an archer.
Really?
Yes, he does archery. And funny known fact, one eye. You only need one eye for archery as long as it's the correct eye.
That's interesting.
Yep.
So Clint Stevenson, one eye,
Oh, and look at him now,
Silverman
preparing
McGee
to arch.
was part of the structure. Incredible.
Yes,
Incredible.
Such technique.
Part of
Such
the structure himself a tall boy.
So
became
people
part of the structure.
mistake this competition by thinking it's all about being tall, but sometimes it's all about being small.
It is.
As
In
long
fact,
as it rhymes.
Speaking of which, we have someone else here.
Yep.
Christopher Silverman McGee.
Yep.
Stevenson.
They're all related.
They're all related.
They're all related.
One big happy family.
One big happy family.
Trying to stack some. What are those? What would you call a circle that is 3D?
Eggs?
All right, he's trying to stack some very colorful looking.
They're very
eggs.
colorful eggs.
It's not going well.
I think they've actually
it's
been
not
left
going
over
well.
from Easter.
We're seeing some anger
some
over
poor
here.
sportsmanship.
We have Stevenson on the end, and that's all.
That's all, folks.
Well, that was better than gravy on biscuits at Waffle House.
Pretty much anything is better than what you just described. But anyway, on to our next competition. So, we're going to be requiring the skills of balance, of concentration, and of bouncing.
That's right, because we're about to move into our ball bouncing competition. We're going to have our competitors. They're going to have a ball, and they're going to see how many times they can bounce it consecutively without dropping it. Let's take a look.
Oh, it's a bouncing challenge. Look at he has the headgear, the wrist gear, the elbow gear.
We really are here. We're in for a treat.
This man is prepared.
This woman here is this is Samantha Sterling.
Yep.
She's here and she's one of the champs. She dropped the ball though.
It was a good try. She was bouncing the world on her shoulder. Ooh.
That man actually is in the hospital now.
That was
but
a
up
whiff.
here we've got Samantha Sterling's twin sister,
Oh,
Sarah
geez.
Sterling, and over here
This
we've
is
got
so fast. 2, 3, 4. I lost count. 4,
5.
3.
He's going 10. He's on 15. He's on 20. And now he's going to drop it.
I almost want him to drop it now.
Unless you know, if he doesn't drop it.
Oh.
See, I was worried.
Yeah,
you know that's part of the rules of this
I
game.
really didn't
You've
know
got
what
to
was gonna
drop the
happen.
ball at some point.
At some point. Otherwise, the video would be just too long.
It would be too long.
Just
they
too
can't
long.
do it.
Okay, here we
You've
go.
got to get
Redemption
between
time.
10 and 20. You've got 3.
Whoa, that's someone's been working out.
That's actually a famous strong man, Charles McGee.
Charles Mick.
Yes. Okay, my turn. 1, 2, 3.
3 shots.
3 shots. She did very
She
well.
did pretty well. Yeah.
Not too many, but not too little.
Yeah. Honestly, you don't want too many because then it gets hard to count.
It gets hard to count. I don't like to count past 4 or 5 myself.
Exactly. I don't even know how.
I don't even know how either.
I just revert back. Sometimes I use letters.
Me too.
I heard letters are in math.
Once you get past 5, it gets a little
Here we go.
hazy.
1, 2, 3.
Sarah Sterling.
Oh, she's keeping it low.
She seems to have appeared out of nowhere.
Young
but
Miss
she did
Sarah.
very good.
Here we go.
Here he is, Kyle the Pain Crenshaw,
Pain.
and he's doing very well, but not too many.
Nope.
Not too many.
Oh, he's
I'm
getting
worried.
a little high,
I'm getting
losing a
worried.
little bit of control.
There we
Oh.
go. See, it wasn't enough. It
wasn't
wasn't too little,
high.
but it wasn't
Yep.
too many.
It wasn't
perfect.
1, but it wasn't 2.
This is Steven, the influencer, and
wow.
That's what we call shenanigans.
There seems to be some dodgeball happening
There
now.
seems to be.
He's not dodging very well.
And that's all.
All right, well, that was a great showing from our competitors, and I hope you boys and girls are ready because soon it will be your turn.
That's right. We want you guys to record yourselves doing these activities in whatever way you do them so that you can submit them at the link down below and you can be featured in our finale Backyard Olympics video tomorrow. So, without further ado, stand up and let's shake things out, shake them off, and get singing and dancing with our dance team.
When I was searching, your love was never far. You made a way to get to me. You were the whisper leading me to your heart. Forever I belong to you. Now I can see clearly, my God, you for me. You won't let go. Your love won't let me down. And I know it's true. Yeah, I know that your love is all around. I believe in you, holding on to you, holding on, and I know you will never fail. I want all of you, you you. You listen as I pray. You leave the 99 for me. You paint the sky with promises of your grace. So I will find my way to you. Now I can see clearly, my God, you for me. You won't let go. Your love won't let me down. And I know it's true. Yeah, I know that your love is all around. I believe in you, holding on to you, holding on, and I know you will never fail. I want all of you, you never change. Your love won't let me down. Love won't let me. Love won't let me. Holding on, and I know you will never fail. I want all of you, you'll never change. Your love won't let me down. Love won't let me.
Hey everybody, so glad you're here with us today. We spent a couple minutes the past 2 days. We've been talking about getting on your mark and then getting set. And today we're gonna talk about the best part. Go! Woo! We're gonna talk about running the right race, the most important race that we are invited to run. Because you wouldn't want to get to the finish line before realizing that you've been running the wrong race, would you? No! So today we're going to talk about the most important race that you have to run, which means doing the most important things that you have to do at any given time. So a quick little story about doing the most important thing you could be doing is that my family, we eat a lot of food. There's 7 people, we all eat lots, and there's a lot of mess to clean up after dinner. It gets really messy. There's a lot of pots and pans and dishes and silverware and things. And most evenings, my mom, she cheerfully goes in the kitchen and she cleans it all up, and we kids are free to go play games or read books or whatever. But there's some evenings where my mom looks a little tired, and I know she's had a really long day. And so it's more important for me to put down the book that I'm reading or the game that I'm playing and to go be with her and help her wash the dishes and clean up. That way the work gets done faster, and that way I know that she knows that I love her because I'm helping her clean the dishes. So it's more important for me to help my mom than it is for me to read my book. So the word of the day that we're going to talk about is purpose. So I purposefully helped my mom in the kitchen instead of reading my book or doing whatever I wanted. And so we're going to be talking more about that in this little time that we've got. So we already learned that we're in the position of God's love, that we don't have to earn it or do anything because God has already given his love to us. And then we have opportunities to practice learning more about him. Today, we're gonna look at our purpose, which is the most important thing that you could be doing at any given moment. We're gonna talk about how that affects us every day. So the first thing that we have to realize is that we have a race to run that is the most important race that we probably could run ever. Ever, 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 never, ever. So there's a verse that talks about this in the Bible. It's Hebrews 12:1, and it says, "Let us run with endurance the race that God has set for us." So what does that mean? That means that every one of us has a purpose that we are given from God. What do you think that the race is all about? It's all about doing the little things every day to love God and love other people, which those are his most important commandments that he gives us, is to love him and to love those around us. So that's what running this most important race is all about. It's not about actually going down a track and sweating and, trying to hit the 400-meter finish line or anything. God does not want us to be track stars, or he doesn't care if we're track stars or not. God doesn't want all of us to be track stars. But the race means that we're supposed to be making intentional actions in our everyday lives to love Him and to love other people. That race isn't always easy. Doing those little things to love God and love other people, that's not always easy. It's kind of hard sometimes. But right before He tells us to run the race, He says in that same verse, let us strip off every weight that slows us down. So all of those blockages and all those things that prevent you from doing those little actions, we need to get around them. It's like in soccer when you're trying to get around the goalie to shoot the basket, shoot goal. I don't know anything about sports, just to let you know. Anyway, you're shooting a goal in soccer, right? You have to get past the goalie. So, or in basketball, you have to get past the defending players. See, I know something. Anyway, so we have to get past those obstacles, those people and those things that want to prevent us from doing what is most important from running that race. How do we get around those obstacles? That's a great question. I'm glad I asked. The very next verse after running the race says, it's Hebrews 12:2. It says, we do this by keeping our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. When we keep our eyes on Jesus, that's how we're able to avoid all those blockages and obstacles. Because we couldn't do it without Him. So it's best if we look to Him to help us figure it out. In conclusion, I just want to say that you guys all matter to God. You matter to God. You've been invited to run the most important, the greatest race of your life. And we can't forget that we have purpose today and tomorrow and for all of our days to come because Jesus has a purpose for us. And all we have to do is love God and love other people and follow Him. All right, I hope you guys had a little bit of fun learning about some of this stuff. We're gonna go back to HC Kids Camp. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
It's time for Terry Truck. Gonna do some truck things, cause he's Terry the Truck. His real name's Terrence, but his mom likes to call him Terry. Here we are back again, we're driving down the road again. Got to stop and look, then I go into bumpiness. I like to bump when I ride around in bumps. Then I stumble across someone who looks to be lost. If I didn't know any better, it looks like Michigan D. Jones. Don't know what he was doing, but I crashed into a tree. Then I ride along the bumps, I'm bumping along the woods.
We've had a super fun day here today on day 3 of the Backyard Olympics, and we want to encourage you guys to send in your videos participating in these events at the link in the description below.
We cannot wait to see you boys and girls step up and compete with us. Tomorrow's finale is going to be amazing. But as day 3 comes to a close, I just want to say, stay safe, water your flowers,
pet your pets,
eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, unless you're allergic to peanuts.
And take a nap. All right. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.